Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Jai Shri Krishna Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikante Radhakante Namostute Tapte Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Vrindaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jai Mudire. Lucy Radhe Gurukananda Bhagwan ki Jai. Lucy Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Nisha. Rina ji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna भैया. Hare Krishna everyone.
Alright, तो हम लोग श्लोक 21 पढ़ रहे थे कल. एंड जैसा कि हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, इंद्रदेव और वृत्रासुर के बीच में युद्ध हो रहा है. Right? Fighting, and at this point Vṛtrāsura knows that Indradev has the Vraj made out of bones of Dadichi Muni. Right?
Yeah.
It was already, and Dadichi Muni was called by Narayan Kavach, and that Vraj, of course, and done by Lord Vishnu's guidance. So Vṛtrāsura knows that, he has no way to survive, but then he knows that because of that, he's going to go back to Godhead. He's going to, he's going to be like a big devotee instead of a demon. And then that's what he's saying. So what he's saying here yesterday, like we were reading, by the force of your thunderbolt, I shall be freed of material bondage. So the material body which he had, right? He's saying that he'll get free of that and shall give up this body and this world of material desires and go back to spiritual planets, fixing my mind upon the lotus feet of Lord Sankarshan. And as we have read, Lord Sankarshan is none other than Lord Shri Krishna himself, right? Sankarshan Ast Charanar Vinde. He's saying that he'll focus on lotus feet of Lord Sankarshan. I shall attain the destination of such great sages as Narad Muni, just as Lord Sankarshan has said. Yeah, is what Vṛtrāsura is telling to whom?
Indra.
Indradev, right? Like throw the thunderbolt, he wants to out of here. A nice purport, I'm not sure. Did we read it yesterday or not? I don't think we read it yesterday. So let's read this. Prem sir.
The words aham samdhya mana indicate that the most important duty at the time of death is to concentrate one's mind. If one can fix his mind on the lotus feet of Krishna, Vishnu, Sankarashna, or any Vishnu Murti, his life will be successful. To be killed while fixing his mind to the lotus feet of Shankarshna, Vṛtrāsura asked Indra to release his Vajra or thunderbolt. He was destined to be killed by the thunderbolt given by Lord Vishnu. There was no question of its being baffled. Therefore, Vṛtrāsura requested Indra to release the thunderbolt immediately, and he prepared himself by fixing his mind at the lotus feet of Krishna. A devotee is always ready to give up his material body, which is described herein as Gramyapas, the Pasha, the rope of material attachment. The body is not at all good. It is simply a cause of bondage to the material world. Unfortunately, even though the body is destined for destruction, fools and rascals invest all their faith in the body and are never eager to return home back to the Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so many things mentioned in this paragraph. And Hare Krishna Tarun. So
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. And one important part is, getting killed while fixing his mind at the lotus feet of Lord Sankarshan. Yeah. Any lotus feet of Krishna, Vishnu Murti, what is being mentioned. And we know from Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna himself said that at the time of death, people get into another body depending on what they are thinking at the time. And at that time, it's very difficult to fix the mind unless throughout life you have been a devotee and you are in the bhakti yoga and you can remember. Otherwise, it's very difficult, right? It's very durlabh is what is mentioned. So that's one thing which is mentioned here. And then the second thing is, as we know, the body is a cause of bondage to the material world, right? So it is mentioned at a lot of places we have read before that we are the soul. The soul is eternal, right? Sat Chit Anand. That's the original nature of the soul. And having a spiritual body. But due to whatever reasons which we have read, right? We are in this materialistic world. And in this materialistic world, we have got condition. So we are not able to see our original nature of the soul. And so we are bonded to this world because of this body, because that's the body we have got, right? There are 8.4 million species in this world. And as you also read that people are continuously in this cycle of life, birth and death and old age and disease, right? So that's what is being mentioned here. And then saying this, even though it's that, people invest all their faith in the body itself, right? And they don't want to do devotional service. They want to return back home, back to Godhead, even the human being is what is being mentioned, because they just don't understand that this body is temporary, even though we see it all the time. Yeah, is what is being mentioned. So Vṛtrāsura is saying that he wants to give up this body. Please throw that Raj given by pretty much Lord Vishnu so that he can go back to Godhead, and he wants to fix his mind on lotus feet of Lord Sankarshan. So, Nisha.
थोड़ा नीचे करना.
Yeah.
पुंसाम किलेकांत धियाम स्वकानां याः संपदो दिवि भूमो रसायाम न राति यद्वेष उद्वेग आधिर्मदः कलिर्व्यसनं संप्रयासः. Persons who fully surrender at the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and always think of his lotus feet are accepted and recognized by the Lord as his own personal assistants or servants. The Lord never bestows upon such servants the brilliant opulences of the upper, lower, and middle planetary system of his material world. When one possesses material opulence in any of these three divisions of the universe, his possessions naturally increase his enmity, anxiety, mental agitation, pride, and belligerence. Thus, one goes through much endeavor to increase or maintain his possession, and he suffers great unhappiness when he loses them. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So the Lord's special servants, they go back to Godhead and they don't want to go to any upper, lower, and middle planetary systems. Right? In the 14 loks, middle is Earth, right? Our Bhu planet. Upper is Devlok, Swarglok, and up to the Brahmalok. And the lower is the up to what is the bottommost lok?
Patal.
Lok, yeah. And then in between Bhu, we have like all the other loks, like Rasatal, Mahatal, Talatal, and Atal, Vital, and Patal. Yeah, those are the different planets under Earth, which is mentioned as Rasayam because Rasatal is the one after Bhu, and then so Rasayam is the all the lower planets. Bhumo is the middle planets, and Divi is the higher planets. Swaha and all these higher planets. So what is mentioned is if you surrender to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then you are recognized by the God himself as his own servants, right? Like you totally surrender to Lord Shri Krishna. Rinaji?
त्रैवर्गिका यास विघात मस्मत् पतिर्विधत्ते पुरुषस्य शक्र ततो अनुमेयो भगवत प्रसादो यो दुर्लभो अकिंचन गोचरो अन्याय.
Our Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, forbids his devotees to endeavor uselessly for religion, economic development, and sense gratification. O Indra, one can thus infer how kind the Lord is. Such mercy is obtainable only by unalloyed devotees, not by persons who aspire for material gain. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So think about this. Vṛtrāsura is telling this to Lord Indra, right? That, such mercy is obtainable only by unalloyed devotees, right? Vṛtrāsura being a devotee here, right? And not by the persons who aspire for the material gains. It says here, yo durlabho, right? It's very difficult to obtain that mercy of Bhagavad Prasado, is what is being mentioned here, right? Tarun?
Aham Hare tab Padokamula Dasanudaso Bhavitasmi Bhuyaha Manaha Smaretasu Pater Gunam Ste Granita Vaka Karma Karotu Kayaha. O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, will I again be able to be a servant of your eternal servants who find shelter only at your lotus feet? O Lord of my life, may I again become their servant so that my mind may always think of your transcendental attributes. My words always glorify those attributes and my body always engage in the loving service of your Lordship. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. That's what Vṛtrāsura is saying, right? He's requesting to the Lord Shri Krishna, right? That Aham Hareta Pade Kamul, yeah, the lotus feet of the Lord, can he be servant of that? So that Manaya Shmrita Supater Gunamste, right? He always glorify those attributes. My mind may always think of your transcendental attributes. And he also saying, Grinit Vak Karma Karotu Kaya hai, right? My body always engage in the loving service of your Lordship, is what Vṛtrāsura is saying. न नाकपृष्ठं न च पारमेष्ठ्यं न सार्वभौमं न रसाधिपत्यं न योगसिद्धिर्पुनर्भवं वा समञ्जस्य त्वा विरह्यच्च काङ्क्षे. O my Lord, source of all opportunities, I do not desire to enjoy in Dhrulo, the heavenly planets, or the planets where Lord Brahma resides. Nor do I want to be the supreme ruler of all earthly planets, nor or the lower planetary systems. I do not desire to be master of the powers of mystic yoga, nor do I want liberation if I have to give up your lotus feet. Right? So think about Vṛtrāsura saying all these things. He doesn't desire the Dhrulo. Right? We know where is Dhrulo, even it's above the higher planets, right? All these we read about where Jupiter is, right? How far it is from Sun, how far is Mercury, then Mars, right? And then above that we saw how the Saptarishis are, and then how above that is Dhrulok. And of course, we know about the heavenly planets, and the Brahmalok is the highest planet, right? So that's why he's saying like Nak Pristam, right? Nak Pristam is the heavenly planets or Dhrulok. Then Na Parameshram, right? Where Parameshwar, the Lord Brahma resides. Even he doesn't desire that. Na Sarvabhaumam, yeah, of the earthly planet system, and Na Rasadhipatyam, like even the lower planets. Na Yoga Siddhi, he doesn't desire anything. He's saying all, and I do not even want liberation if he has to give up the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is what he's mentioning, right? So, so you have it?
A pure devotee never desires to gain material opportunities by rendering transcendental loving service to the Lord. A pure devotee desires only to engage in loving service to the Lord in the constant association of the Lord and his eternal associates. As stated in the previous verse, Dasanudaso bhavati tasmi as confirmed by Narottam Das Thakur. Tandir Charan Sevi Bhakt Sen Vasa Gyan mein Janme Haya A Abhilasha. The Lord, to serve the Lord and the servants of his servants in the association of devotees is the only objective of a pure, unalloyed devotee. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Janme Janme Haya Ihi Abhilash. What is the Abhilash? The only objective of a pure unalloyed devotee is to serve the Lord and the servants of his servants. Yeah. Prem sir?
Ajat Paksha ev Matram Khaga Stanyam Yatha Vastra Shud Artha Priyam Priyev Yustam Vishanam Manorvindaksh Dridit Shakte Twam. O lotus-eyed Lord, as baby birds that have not yet developed their wings always look for their mother to return and feed them, as small calves tied with ropes await anxiously the time of milking, when they will be allowed to drink the milk of their mothers, or as a morose wife whose husband is away from home always longs for him to return and satisfy her in all respects, I always yearn for the opportunity to render direct service unto you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Vṛtrāsura is saying he always wants the opportunity to render service to the Lord. Yeah. Anisha?
ममोत्तम श्लोकजनेषु सख्यं संसारचक्रे भ्रमता स्वकर्मभिः त्वन्माययात्मात् गेहेष्वासक्तचित्तस्य न नाथ भूयात्. O my Lord, my Master, I am wandering throughout this material world as a result of my fruitive activities. Therefore, I simply seek friendship in the association of your pious and enlightened devotees. My attachment to my body, wife, children, and home is continuing by the spell of your external energy, but I wish to be attached to them no longer. Let my mind, my consciousness, and everything I have be attached only to you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Yeah. So Vṛtrāsura, he is constantly praying, right? And of course, as we all know, he's saying that I'm wandering throughout this material world as a result of my fruitive activities, right? Based on the karma, everyone is just rotating around this sansara chakri brahmatah swa karma bhi. Yeah. How and why is because of all the karmas, right? And but what he's saying is, I simply seek friendship in the association of your pious and enlightened devotees. Yeah. Mamo uttama shlok jan. Yeah. Uttam shlok jan is the pure devotees. He's seeking the association of, and that he is always attached to Lord Shri Krishna. What is being mentioned, and then thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purports to the 6th canto, 11th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Transcendental Qualities of Vṛtrāsura. Bolo Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Yeah. And as we can see, what was described here, how Vṛtrāsura is praying to Lord and his transcendental qualities are described in this adhyaya. Yeah. So we'll continue reading. The next one is Vṛtrāsura's glorious death. Yeah. How he gives up his materialistic body. So we'll continue to read. Tarun?
Shri Rishirvacha evam jihasunarpa dehamajo mrityuvaram vijayanam manyamanaha shulam pragyaha bhayapatata surendram yata mahapurusham ketabosya su. Sukadev Goswami said, desiring to give up his body, Vṛtrāsura considered death in the battle preferable to victory. O King Parikshit, he vigorously took up his trident and with great force attacked Lord Indra, the king of heaven. just as Ketava had forcefully attacked the Supreme Personality of Godhead when the universe was inundated. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, the important part here is, as we know, Vṛtrāsura had also mentioned in previous words, the verses, that there are two ways to give up the body. One is totally devoted to Lord Shri Krishna, and the second in the battlefield for the right cause. And that's what he's thinking. Mrityum varam vijayana munyamana. So that's what he's thinking. Like he actually considered that death in the battle preferable to victory. Because he will go back to Godhead in this case. Right? And again, a nice purport. Let's read this. Hello, Hare Krishna, Ajay.
Hare Krishna.
Hello.
Yeah. Although Vṛtrāsura repeatedly encouraged Indra to kill him with the thunderbolt, King Indra was morose at having to kill such a great devotee and was hesitant to throw it. Vṛtrāsura, disappointed that King Indra was reluctant despite his encouragement, took the initiative very forcefully by throwing his trident at Indra. Vṛtrāsura was not at all interested in victory. He was interested in being killed so that he could immediately return home, back to Godhead. As confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Tyaktva deham punarjanam neti. After giving up his body, a devotee immediately returns to Lord Krishna and never returns to accept another body. This was Vṛtrāsura's interest. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, Lord Krishna himself has mentioned, Tvakta deham punarjanma neti, like one who surrenders to Lord Sri Krishna, goes to the Vaikunt Lok or the Golok, and then once you are in the spiritual planets, you don't come back to the materialistic planets. Yeah, that's what is mentioned. ततो युगांत अग्नि कठोर जी है, पाविद्य शूलम तरसा सुरेंद्र है, क्षिप्त्वा महेन्द्राय विनद्य वीरो, अतो असि पापे तिरुषा जगा. Then Vṛtrāsura, the great hero of the demons, wielded his trident, which had points like the flames of the blazing fire at the end of the millennium. With great force and anger, he threw it at Indra, roaring and exclaiming loudly, "O sinful one, thus shall I kill you." No? Nisha?
स आपतत् द्विचल दग्रोह लकव निरीक्ष्य दुष्प्रेक्षमजातविकल्वः वज्रेण वज्री शतपर्वाचिनद भुजं च तस्योरगराजभोग. Flying in the sky, Vṛtrāsura's trident resembled a brilliant meteor. Although the blazing weapons was difficult to look upon, King Indra, unafraid, cut into pieces with his thunderbolt. Simultaneously, he cut off one of the Vṛtrāsura's arm, which was as thick as the body of Vasuki, the king of serpents. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So the fight between Vṛtrāsura and Lord Indra is going on. Yeah, Rinaji?
हिरण्यक बाहु परिघेण वृत्र संरब्ध आसाद्य गृहीत वज्रम हनौ तदा तथाडेन्द्र मथामरेभम वज्रम च हस्तान्य पतन्मघोनः. Although one of his arms was severed from his body, Vṛtrāsura angrily approached King Indra and struck him on the jaw with an iron mace. He also struck the elephant that carried Indra. Thus Indra dropped the thunderbolt from his hand. Hare Krishna.
Ajay? Ajay, Ajay.
Sorry. Vṛtrāsura karmati mahadvatam tat surasura suracharani siddha siddhya apujayanstat purhut sankatam niriksha heti vichu kushibhesham. The denizens of various planets like demigods, demons, karnas, and siddhas praised Vṛtrāsura's deed, but when they observed that Indra was in great danger, they lamented, "Alas, alas!" Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, because in the days Vraj was fallen, right? And so he was in a great danger there. Hello, Tarun.
Indrona Vrajam Jagrahe Viljitta Syutam Swahastad Arisannidhyo Punaha Tam Aha Vṛtro Hara Atto Vajro Jahi Swa Satrum Na Visada Kalaha. Having dropped the thunderbolt from his hand in the presence of his enemy, Indra was practically defeated and was very much ashamed. He dared not pick up his weapon again. Vṛtrāsura, however, encouraged him, saying, "Take up your thunderbolt and kill your enemy. This is not the time to lament your fate." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Vṛtrāsura still wanted Lord Indra to pick it up and throw at Vṛtrāsura, and because his goal was to go back to Godhead, right? Prem sir.
Yuyukta santa kutrchita atyataniya jaya saddaykat na ve paramatmanam vinayak utpatti laya sthiti swaram sarvayagmanam purusham sanatanam. Vṛtrāsura continued, "O Indra, no one is guaranteed of being always victorious, but the original enjoyer, the Supreme Personality of the Godhead, Bhagwan, he is the cause of creation, maintenance, and annihilation. And he knows everything, being dependent and being obliged to accept material bodies. Belligerent subordinates are sometimes victorious and sometimes defeated." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what Vṛtrāsura is continuously telling Indra Dev, right, that no one is guaranteed of the victory, but only the original enjoyer. The original enjoyer is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagwan. Yeah, because he is the one who is the cause of creation, maintenance, and annihilation, as we know, right? It says here, Utpatti, Lay, Sthiti, Ishwaram, right? Ishwaram is the cause of Utpatti, Lay, and Sthiti. And also being mentioned that he is the Sarvagya. He is the one who knows everything. He is the Adhyam. Adhyam is the original. He is the original person. He is the one who knows everything. Sarvagya. He is the Purusham, Sanatanam. Yeah, he is always there. And he is the one who knows. So it doesn't matter who else wins or loses, because he is the one who is always the victorious one. Is what Vṛtrāsura is telling to Lord Indra. Yeah. लोकाः सपालाय क्षेमे शशन्ति विवशावसे द्विजा इव शुचा बद्धाः स काल इह कारणम्. All living beings in all the planets of this universe, including the presiding deities of all the planets, are fully under the control of the Lord. They work like birds caught in a net who cannot move independently. Yeah, says like Se Kal Iye Karanam. Who is that? That is the Lord Sri Krishna. Sarva Karan Karana. Yeah. Hare Krishna Siksha Prabhuji. हरे कृष्णा शिक्षा प्रभु जी पढ़ेंगे।
हरे कृष्ण। हाँ। ओजः सहो बलम प्राणमृतम मृतमेव च तमज्ञाजनो हेतु आत्मानं मन्यते जडम। Our sensory powers, mental power, bodily strength, living force, immortality and mortality are all subject the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not knowing this, foolish people thinking the material body to be the cause of their activities. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Vṛtrāsura is constantly talking about the transcendental knowledge, right? So he's saying the mental power, saho balam, pranam, amritam, mrityumev, everything, strength, living force, immortality, mortality is all subject to the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But foolish people, they don't understand this. They think this material body is everything. Right? Nisha?
यथा दारुमयी नारी यथा पत्रमयो मृगः एवं भूतानि मघवन्नि शतन्त्राणि विद्धि भोः. O King Indra, as a wooden doll that looks like a woman, or as an animal made of grass and leaves cannot move or dance independently, but depends fully on the person who handles it. All of us dance according to the desire of the Supreme Controller, the Personality of Godhead. No one is independent. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So Vṛtrāsura is saying even to Lord Indra, like no one is independent. Like we may think we are independent, but reality is we are not, is what is being mentioned here. And in fact, also it's mentioned in the Brahma Samhita here, right? Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarva Karanam. Yeah. Krishna, who is known as Govinda, is the Supreme Controller. He has an eternal, blissful spiritual body, Sat Chit Anand. Yeah, he is the origin of all, Anadir, and he has no other origin. So Adi and Anadi. Yeah, for he is the prime cause of all causes, Sarva Karan Karanam. And this is the first shloka of Brahma Samhita 5.1. Yeah, if you remember, this is when Lord Brahma is praying to Lord Vishnu, right? When he realizes where he has come from, he is doing this Brahma Samhita, right? And that is a shlok, yeah, of that. Reenaji?
पुरुषः प्रकृते अव्यक्तमात्मा भूतेन्द्रियाशया शक्नुवन्त्यस्य सर्गादौ न विना यदनुग्रहात्. The three Purushas, Karnodakshay Vishnu, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, and Shirodakshay Vishnu. The material nature, the total material energy, the false ego, the five material elements, the material senses, the mind, the intelligence, and consciousness cannot create the material manifestation without the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So what Vṛtrāsura himself is saying that how does all this thing come together, right? As we know, there are five material elements. Which are those?
Agni, Jal, Vayu, Akash, Prithvi.
Correct, yeah. So those five elements is how the body is composed of. And then there is this is called the Sthul Sharir, right? This is called the gross body, which is the Sthul Sharir. And then under that, there is a Suksham Sharir, right? The shuttle body. And what are the three elements of the shuttle body?
Man, Buddhi, Ahankar.
Man, Buddhi, and Ahankar, yeah. Ahankar, which is the false ego, Man, which is the mind, and the intelligence. That's the Suksham Sharir. And then we have the soul, right, which has the consciousness, right? Sat Chit Anand. But what is being mentioned is that all those things, along with Karnodakshay, Garbhodakshay, and Kshirodakshay Vishnu, right? All those things are not possible without the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is what is being mentioned by Vṛtrāsura. And again, let's read this purport, Tarun.
As confirmed in the Vishnu Purana, Parasya Brahmana Saktis Tadedam Akhilam Jagat, whatever manifestations we experience are nothing but various energies of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These energies cannot create anything independently. This is also confirmed by the Lord himself in Bhagavad Gita. Maya Dakshesena Prakriti Suyate Cha Jarakaram. This material nature is working under my direction, O son of Kunti. It is producing all moving and unmoving living beings. Only under the direction of the Lord, the Supreme Person, can Prakriti, which is manifested in 24 elements, create different situations for the living entity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so as we know, right, Srimad Bhagavad Gita says, Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti Suyate Sa Characharam, right? The material body is working under Lord Krishna's direction. He's telling to Arjun, and that includes all moving and non-moving entities, right? And those are 24 elements which create different situations for the different living entities. Just continue reading, Ajay.
In the Vedas, the Lord says, Madhyam Mahimanam Cha Parbrahmeti Sabditam Vitsasi Anugahitam Me Samparsner Vivarjatam Hriday. Since everything is manifestation of my energy, I am known as Param Brahman. Therefore, everyone should hear from me about my glorious activities. The Lord also says in Bhagavad Gita 10.2, Aham Adir Hi Devanam. I am the origin of all the demigods. Therefore, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the origin of everything, and no one is independent of him. Srila Madhvacharya also says, Anish Jiva Rupen. The living entity is Anish, never the controller, but it is always controlled. Therefore, when a living entity becomes proud of being an independent Ishwar or God, that is his foolishness. Such foolishness is described in the following verse. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so we'll see, like, some people declaring them as Ishwar and all that, right? Which is pure foolishness, right? Even Devatas are not independent, right? They have been originated from the Supreme Personality of God. That is what is being mentioned. Siksha Prabhu.
अविद्वान् मे आत्मानं मन्यते नम ऐश्वरं भूतः सृजति भूतानि ग्रसते तानि तय स्वयं. A foolish, senseless person cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although always independent. He falsely thinking himself thus supreme. If one thinks according to one's previous fruitive active actions, one material body is created by the father and mother, and the same body is annihilated by another agent as another animal is devoured by the tiger. This is not proper understanding. The Supreme Personality of Godhead himself creates and devours the living being through other living beings. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, this cycle has been created by the Supreme Personality of God. That is what is being mentioned. Bhute Srijati Bhutani. I think we are going to pause here and we'll continue reading this between Vṛtrāsura and Indradev. And as you can see, like even during this whole process, how much transcendental knowledge has been given, by Vṛtrāsura in this case, and about Lord Vishnu. So I'll pause here. Hare Krishna. And we are going to hear a very beautiful bhajan, which is really a very nice devotional bhajan of Kripaluji Maharaj, Sri Radhe Barsane Wali. And in this bhajan, it's being compared Radhe Rani's Kripa and Krishna Bhagwan's Kripa, which is more Kripa, Kripalu, which gives more Kripa, right? Very beautiful bhajan. So we'll hear that 5 minutes and then.
लाडली लाल की
श्री राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख घन बनवारी श्री राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख घन बनवारी
श्री राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख घन बनवारी
श्री राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख घन बनवारी प्यारी पर प्रियतम बलिहारी पिय पर प्यारी वारी वारी प्यारी पर प्रियतम बलिहारी पिय पर प्यारी वारी वारी प्यारी बनी गई कुंज बिहारी कुंज बिहारी बनी गए प्यारी
नंद नंदन सुख घन बनवारी राधे
प्यारी ते प्यारे बनवारी बनवारी ते प्यारी प्यारी मादन रसवारी नथवारी मदन मिलोहन रास बिहारी मादन रसवारी नथवारी मदन मिलोहन रास बिहारी
ओ श्री राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख घन बनवारी राधे
यद्यपि है कृपालु बनवारी पर नहले पे दहला प्यारी यद्यपि है कृपालु बनवारी पर नहले पे दहला प्यारी
राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख घन बनवारी
राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख घन बनवारी
नंदन सुख धन बनवारी
राधे बरसाने वाली नंदन सुख धन बनवारी
राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख धन बनवारी
राधे
राधे राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख धन बनवारी
राधे बरसाने वाली नंदन सुख धन बनवारी
राधे बरसाने वारी नंद नंदन सुख धन बनवारी
राधे बरसाने वाली नंदन सुख धन बनवारी
लाडली लाल की
Nice bhajan, right? Very beautiful bhajan written by Kripaloji Maharaj. Yeah, King
Very nice.
Radhe Rani and Krishna Bhagwan. So cool. And we have Thanksgiving week next week. So is everyone available, or what do you think? Like, should we do our thing on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, let's start on
I'm available.
Monday. Let's do Monday, Tuesday. We can figure out about Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Tarun, you are good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Ajay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Nisha, not traveling anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, very nice. So then we'll do Monday and Tuesday at least. Let's do Monday and Tuesday. And then that should be good. Cool. Great. So then we'll see you on Monday. Yeah.
How about you, Ajay? Are you okay or you want to take a break?
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here. We're not
Nobody's
traveling
asking
anywhere.
you, so somebody has to ask you.
That's fine. Yeah. No, I just wanted to make sure everyone, because everyone's kids will be at home. If anyone has any other plans, then we can think. But if everyone is there, that's perfect. I think there's no need to. I think we can do this. 1 hour, right? At least. So.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday is good.
Okay, cool. Let's do Monday and Tuesday, and then we'll again do the next week. Cool. So we'll see you on Monday then, and everyone have a good weekend. And then see you, Rasik Shyam Prabhuji. How is everything?
बढ़िया चल रहा है
ठीक है?
And
Must
good
be
luck to India on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, this Sunday. Yeah, we'll meet after that. It was
Let's
good.
pray
They
for
are in
that.
semi-finals now, right? The whole India is watching cricket. Yeah.
So now we are in finals.
Yeah.
Finals. Yeah.
Yeah,
We have a good match this morning. Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Since 3 o'clock.
So, Sunday morning 3.
Some people were up since 3 o'clock today morning.
Oh yeah. My man
Me
is
too.
all of it. Tarun,
Me
you are-
too. Woke up at 3:30.
I sleep at 3. I cannot get up at 3:30.
Should have just stayed up then.
Yeah, I know. Just don't sleep. Yeah, it was a nice match though. I did watch some of the glimpses, and then around 8 or something I did watch some.
Nice.
Yeah. So all the best. Sunday match. Everyone enjoy.
Yep.
And then back to Srimad Bhagavatam on Monday, 9:30 p.m. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.